Good morning. You listen to FloorDaily.net, and I'm Kemp Harr. This morning, my guest is Curt Hutchins, the president of Mohawk's residential carpet business. Curt, how you doing?
Fantastic. How are you today?
I'm good, Curt. It's good to catch up with you. I'm actually a little remiss in doing this interview. You've been at Mohawk now for a little over a year. I wanted to catch up with you and tell our audience what you're doing at Mohawk. Before we get to that, though, let's back up a little bit. You went to school at Lawrence Tech. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's in Michigan. Didn't Henry Ford have something to do with the forming of Lawrence Tech?
Yeah, absolutely. It was right in the heart of the automotive industry in the greater Detroit area. A majority of the engineers that went to Lawrence Tech did get employment into the automotive industry, so a lot of influence.
So you've got an engineering degree, and after you got your engineering degree, you went to Notre Dame and got an MBA, and you've spent some time in Asia. Spent 18 years with Eaton Corporation, right?
Yeah, I have been very blessed in my career. I spent the first 15 years in the aerospace industry, designing flight controls and manufacturing around that. Yeah. And I spent just shy of 5 years in the consumer product space, and then 18 years with Eaton. I ran several businesses, including president of Asia Pacific for 6 years, which was clearly a great experience both professionally and personally. And I've now been with Mohawk for almost a year and a half. Time flies. Uh-huh.
How did you two get together? I guess you met up with Paul DeCock and started there, right?
Yeah. I started some dialogue with Paul DeCock. Our kids are actually in the same school, and one thing led to another, and I liked the vision and the direction of the company, and here we are today.
And just to tell our audience, too, the way Paul's kind of set things up, he's got 3 presidents. He's got you over carpet, he's got 1 over resilient, and 1 over wooden laminate. So all 3 of you guys are probably doing an analysis and going to change the game. Let's focus on carpet and you. You guys are adding capacity, right?
Yeah, sure. I mean, Mohawk has great brands. When you think about Kerastan, Pergo, Godfrey Hirst, Mohawk, tremendous breadth of fibers and technology. We continue to heavily invest in our carpet manufacturing, both in technology, in terms of manufacturing technology and product introductions. And first year and a half, I've been very focused on operational improvements in quality, service, our material strategies, efficiencies, and design of the business. We really want to be known as a leader in helping our customers win by having fashion trending products, the right value proposition of our products, and really, the best in class service and quality. So
I guess if you can focus on fighter jet components, you can make some carpet, can't you?
Yeah, well, one of the interesting things coming to the business is it's very technically intricate, right? As you think about the whole process from the bottles we procure, converting it all the way through carpet. There really are a lot of technical challenges. So it's been very exciting for me.
Actually, and you have 3 platforms. I mean, you've got the Continuum. You were talking about bottle processing. You guys have a patent or a unique process for taking bottles into fiber without taking it all the way back to polymer. It's kind of a chip process that's secret. I've never been able to see it, but you got that going on. Then you've got Triexta, which is an exclusive arrangement with DuPont, and I know you go long there with that PTT type product. And then I guess thanks to this Stainmaster decision with Lowe's, you guys are going back to that nylon well and kind of beefing that up a little bit too, aren't you?
Yeah, and we have our own polymerization factory now for our nylon. So between the recycled bottle PET, we purchased some virgin PET. Yeah. The PTT is exclusive to us, as you articulated. Yeah. And so we have the right portfolio to serve all of the customers' needs and wants.
Talk a little bit about some of the challenges you guys are facing.
You can't talk about today's environment without talking about COVID. Things shut down for several months, and then the consumer is really focused on reinvesting in their homes and just change in demand. I would say the second thing that's happening today really is around inflation. Yeah. I mean, I haven't seen this kind of raw material and logistics inflation in a long time. A lot of demand pressures as a result of the COVID situation. And then I would say the third one really is around labor and availability. Every business is trying to staff their operation and support their customers. And so I would say those are the three biggest challenges we're facing as a business.
Well, Kurt, you nailed it. I mean, the three things. It's raw materials cost more now. I mean, we had that Texas freeze. A lot of people know the raw materials you use to make fiber and backing and everything comes out of Texas, and that was an issue, and that hadn't settled down yet. You're talking about worker safety when it comes to a virus and trying to keep people safe. And then, you got to run your factories, and thanks to incentives that have been put in place, there's some people that'd rather, sit on the sofa and watch Netflix. It's been some challenges there, right?
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. It's a very dynamic time, but that's what makes it interesting.
Yeah. Talk about the carpet industry. Here you are, second largest share leader in carpet in the world, and it's growing. I mean, it's coming back a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah, we're very excited as the consumer is working from home, living at home every day, 24/7. They've really grown to appreciate the value of carpet, the noise reduction, the comfort level. We're just seeing a tremendous amount of positive momentum with respect to the consumer and their desire to put carpet in their home.
It's going to be interesting to see as we chase all this, what happens with the share. If you just look roughly, you've got rigid core LVT, maybe $4.5 billion market, and you've got all these people adding factories there. And then you've got carpet, which has for the longest time been the share leader. We've seen that on the decline, but it might be stabilizing. So all this is interesting to watch, isn't it?
Oh, it's very exciting. And I mean, that's kind of our read, that as the market continues to grow, we will probably continue to kind of see the carpet market operate at kind of around the levels we're at today. Mm-hmm. So, which is good. We've been on, a 5 or 6 year trend of decline year over year.
Right.
So it's very good to see.
All right, Kurt. Well, thanks so much for spending time with our audience. Again, been talking to Curt Hutchins, the president of Mohawk's residential carpet business, and you've been listening to Kemp Harr and FloorDaily.net.